Well, Hurricane Dorian is about 100 miles off the Florida coast this morning, just staring down a train coming down the train tracks. Thankfully, that train is going to take a north turn. We just don't know when. It could take a north turn once it hits land, or it could take a north turn later on today. We just don't know. Huge Category 5 hurricane storm still with 165 mile per hour sustained winds gusts up to 200 miles per hour. What you look at here is the storm's wind field. Notice how big the wind field is. The tropical storm force wind field, 39 mile per hour wind there. Now, this is part of the reason why we're so worried about it scraping the coast, because the wind field is so large, it's going to just ride all the way up there and just mess stuff up, push water all onshore. Tropical storm force winds will arrive in coastal Georgia maybe as early as Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, and then really Wednesday and then Thursday morning are going to be kind of the more rougher days, I think, for coastal Georgia. And notice this little yellow bubble right here. It's mainly everybody along I-95 and to the east. And that's where people have been evacuated. So we are expecting tropical storm force winds to impact coastal Georgia and then storm surge to throw water onshore, which is already a very low-lying area. That then curves off to the northeast and it continues on out of here. It may unfortunately impact the Carolinas or maybe even Virginia. We still don't know if it's going to make landfall. Just a lot of questions remain still. As far as the timing with these winds, now there's about a 30% chance that the winds arrive as early as Wednesday morning. I think Wednesday afternoon is when the strongest stuff is going to arrive for Brunswick and Savannah, and then Wednesday night this scrapes along the coast and then pushes off to the northeast. We do have storm surge warnings in effect for kind of east central Florida along the coast there. 4 to 7 feet of storm surge flooding is possible in those locations, and then we have hurricane warnings in effect also for the same spots where there's storm surge flooding. Winds up to 110 miles per hour are possible. In fact, they could get stronger than that depending on how close to the coast this storm actually makes it in. Storm surge watches and warnings, and then hurricane or tropical storm watches and warnings will probably get added up to the Georgia coast, maybe in the Carolinas over the next couple of days. You have to give them about a 48-hour window here before the storm hits, as these watches and warnings will get issued. Really nice weather here in Atlanta. We're on the dry side and we will stay dry. We'll have those updates continuing to happen about every 3 hours on air and online at levellive.com.